films that I made, I mean my short films and this film, they've always been about a personal experience. So I wanted to do something personal as always, and my mother used to tell me that when you see a yellow bird, make a wish, you'll hear good news or meet someone nice. And that's how I started writing that story. And then everything else followed. Of course, you know, there are bigger things in the film, but that's how it all began for me.
I want to see my family.
It is about a minority person, an Indian man living in Singapore. Indians are minority in Singapore, and how he struggles to find his space in a very small island like Singapore. And so he's just come out of prison and he's trying to find his family. So he's negotiating his space, physical, mental, emotional space with everyone, his family, his mother, the people that he meets, the physical space of where he's living, because you know he's really have nowhere to go, and that's a struggle that he goes through and throughout the film.
我想赚钱 money.
He moves to a space which is between land and water, which is the forest, and where there's some kind of hope for him. So that is again something that I had in my mind all the time in terms of the story.
这印度佬谁呀？你男朋友啊？
The lead actor, Siva, I knew him for some time earlier because of television. I do television dramas as well. And I've always observed him, and I have a very good working relationship with him. So I said that he would be the right person because he's also, I mean, as an Indian, he's also darker skin, you know, his skin is much darker than, you know, a lot of Indians that, you know, that, so I wanted that extreme. And he had that kind of energy and intuition, which I liked for the character, the intensity. I wanted to push him. And I know that he can take it when I push him to the limit.
The law is not as kind to repeat offenders.
I had a great sound designer with me. He's French, a Roman, and he has done a lot of film. Because I was in Cannes 2 years ago, and I met him. It was a very nice introduction by my co-producer for the film, Claire, from Acrobat, and she introduced me to him, and I loved his music. When I met him, I realized he connected with my story so much. So when I came here to do the post-production for a month, just 3 months ago, we connected, and we were actually, I didn't want a lot of music in my films. I wanted it very, very minimal. So whenever there was music, he actually captured it for me, because we didn't want it too Indian or too Asian. At the same time, we didn't want the music to overpower the whole thing. So the sound design was specifically thought through to create emotion. It was also very emotional in that way, but in a very subtle way. I didn't want it to overpower the film.
நான் செஞ்ச பாவத்துக்கு இந்த தண்டனை